Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Frilioth, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. Now, after lots and lots of messing about and many hours AFK and wondering whether or not I'd got the correct chunk, it looks like we have confirmation. I've got a slime, and I'm hoping it's not a one-off because I've had a couple knocking about around here before, but this is the first time I've managed to fence off the area into chunks just to make sure it was the right chunk that I was looking in, and by Jove it is. So there we go, we've got slime. So it looks like that centre chunk is a slime chunk, which means that from I believe it's level 40, and I will be checking before I start digging, but from level 40 down to bedrock, provided that there is enough headroom, a slime will be able to spawn. And obviously the more floors I have, the more slimes are going to be able to spawn. And because it's actually so close to the base, or the entrance to the base, I'm probably going to be spending quite a bit of time around here anyway. So happy days. I've done a bit of work on here just to show you. I'm not at the moment completely happy with it, but well, it's a work in progress. But anyway, I'm going to have some stairs. I'm probably going to have something up on the wall, maybe. I was going to have a creeper face with lava on it, but everybody has a creeper face with lava on it, so I probably won't be having one of those. Schoolboy area as well to tell you about, and I'm sure many of you noticed it, or would have noticed it. My infinite villager breeder is here. The doors for my infinite villager breeder are, or were, here, which unfortunately is far less than 64 blocks away from the iron farm. And it's dark. From the iron farm that I so lovingly created over the last 2 episodes. Which I'm going to go and show you now, because that was a nightmare. Mobs predominantly, but it was an absolute nightmare. So what have we got? We've got anybody out here to blow me up before we go looking? Right, this is the iron farm. I'm going to make a couple of modifications to this because I'm not completely happy with it. But that's the iron we have so far. So it's chugging along nicely. It's never going to be the most productive, as I've mentioned to start with, but I don't need any more iron than that. I mean, how much iron can a Minecraft user use? And also the pumpkin farm is doing pretty well as well. So I'm thinking of having the farmer villager in there, and I'm just toying with ideas at the moment as to how to make his little shack look nice. But yeah, the pumpkin farm is working great. The iron farm seems to be working pretty okay too. So I'll run up and show you how or why or what we've done. I'm also in the process of speaking to another couple of guys on the server, namely Toomsy, because he's a much better builder than I am, and I'm hoping to get the what we're talking about. I'm hoping to get the shell of the iron farm up here to look like the castle in Where Eagles Dare. Well, it's one of my favourite films. I love it, with Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton. Fantastic film. If you've never seen it, watch Where Eagles Dare. It's brilliant. Anyway, this is the iron farm. As you remember it, we were putting the ice down, everything, and the last time you came, the villagers were there. But they were eaten through the walls by ravenous zombies. So lesson learned. Now I've encased them in completely in glass, and I put them a little bit off the floor, so there's no way that zombies can get in there now, top or bottom. I've made the top spawn proof, so nothing can spawn on the top. We've got the doors there, which you know about, all leading into a drop zone right in the middle. And as I said, the infinite villager spawn is just down there. It's just underneath those rocks there, so it's nowhere near far enough away And the minute I put doors down there, it completely throws this out. So I've had to destroy the doors down there. The infinite villager breeder will be moved. So golems spawn 2 levels, fall down that hole. All well and good. They come out the side of the mountain about there. Just there. They fall onto another water chute, which carries them across a little bit, and then they fall down there into the lava. They burn and die, dropping their beautiful silver gold. But as I said, I'm not completely happy with this at the moment because when they drop down, their heads are completely hidden, and I want this open plan. I want this a little bit more open, so you can actually see all of the golem as he's burning, because I'm like that. I'm a sadist at heart. So that'll all be changed in a second. Hello, mate. Yeah, hello. Yeah, you seen something? I built him around here because I got fed up of walking out here and being attacked by things. So I decided to make one of the golems out of some of the iron and some of the pumpkins we've got. I mean, I could have 100 of those things around here trying to look after me. But I thought I'd knock one up and make one and let him run about and see what I can do. So far, I've not been attacked, but you know what's going to happen now, don't you? So what I need to do now is grab myself some glass and grab myself some more light grey dye, unless I've already got some downstairs. And then we'll do a bit of work on the iron farm. What I also want to do today, I need to start creating a nether hub to get me around the place a lot quicker than I am being able to get around the place. I need a horse as well. There's so many things I need to do. Where will glass be? Glass will be in blocks, would it? I've got one bit of glass. I've used all my light grey. Have I got any dye? Oh, I've got one bit of, and 5 bits of that. Oh, I'm not going to make anywhere near enough. Oh, I might do. I might be able to make. Ooh. Oh no! I thought I lost it. I won't be able to make any because at the moment I don't have any glass. But what I need, I've got no sand either. Sorry, I'm babbling on. What I need is loads of ice. Because what I'm going to do, there are 2 ways really I could get around the nether. I'm not going to be using mine tracks because they're a pain. Pigmen spawn on them, it's just a nightmare. So what I'm going to do, which is the best way to get sand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line my tunnels with ice and cover them with a bit of carpet. And then I'm going to use boats in the nether to get about. And if you've never used a boat on ice, it is fantastic. So much fun, and it's a lot quicker than a rail as well. Much quicker. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be lining the nether with ice. I've done a few tests, and so far the ice hasn't melted when it's not been near a torch. So as long as I don't have my my ice near a torch, oh man, can't breathe. As long as I don't have my ice near a torch, then I should be fine. Do you know what? I'm doing all of this, and I know exactly now where there's going to be some ice, some glass. It's going to be in the furnaces, isn't it? Where I've left it. So I've come out here doing all of this for nothing. Schoolboy error. Seem to be doing that a lot lately, don't I? Right, let's get back and have a look. I've got enough sand now to get me going. I need to give him a name as well. I've been out and about for hours and hours and hours, and I do mean hours, lighting up caves nearby. I thought that the problem with the slimes might have been caused by the fact that there were so many mine shafts and caves knocking about, it was just affecting the spawn rates. So I've been around and I have I've got through 6 or 7 stacks of torches, lighting up everything and anything. And I'm now hoping that I've lit up most of the area. I'm bound not to have done, but I'm hoping I have. And oh no, there isn't, so I don't feel so bad. Let that fill up a little bit before I turn it on. So I've lit up mile after mile after mile of caves, and hopefully that's done the job. And that's one of the reasons why these slime are spawning. I know I've left him too long and he's gone, and I didn't get the slime out of him. But you saw him, he was there. I wasn't imagining it. So I'm going to start digging that out and making a pretty bog standard slime farm. I'm going to turn this furnace on. And it is going to be a really bog standard. It's not going to be an XP farm. And now, since a few snapshots ago, I can't even use Golem to kill them to get a bit of XP while I'm AFK, because the slimes will attack the Golem now, and Golems don't last very long when slimes are all going at it. So it's going to have to be a basic platform with a 3-block gap around the outside. The slimes, as you know, hop around all stupid. They get to the edge, they won't stop, not unlike the other mobs, and they'll fall off. And this will be level 40. It'll go all the way down to just above bedrock, and just above bedrock I'll have a chute around the outside containing water. So they'll land in the water, they'll be taken around to a killing area, which is basically going to be filled with source blocks of water. They'll go into the source blocks of water, they'll swim up to the top, and they'll drown. And all of their drops will then fall into hoppers, which will get put into droppers, and I'll either get the slime shot up here for me to use, or I'll go down there and collect it. I don't know what to do yet. Maybe I'll leave it down there, because if I bring it up here, I'm going to have no need to go down there. So I may as well have some reason to go down there. So a slime farm's got to be added now to my list of things to do. Right, I need a couple of signs. I've got signs coming out my ears, and I need a bucket, which I don't think I have. It's not filled with water. No. Time to make a bucket then, or a couple of buckets. Do I need more than one? I only need one, don't I? Oh no, I need two. Oh no, I'll use one. I can recycle. Oh, it's night time again. My God, days go quick. So we'll go up and we'll start emptying the lava out of this thing here. I've got my silky pick. Ah. You frighten me to death, you do, when you start running about. You really do. Right, I need one of them, and I'll put it over here. And I need one of them, and I'll put it over there. And then I don't need those two. See, the idea is at the moment they fall down and their heads are up there, but as I say, that means, oh, hello mate, you couldn't have timed that any better, could you? You I hope you're not going to get in my way. So their heads are in there and you can't see anything. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of that. Get rid of that. In fact, get rid of all of this. Oh man. I know there's somebody in there. I know there is. No, I can't help you. Oh. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. It was an accident. Accidents happen. Oh, now you're in the way. You boys. So what I'm going to do is instead of... I might have to let you out actually. Because otherwise you are just going to be banging my way. Go on. You won't believe how lucky you are. So if we have... We have a four hole gap in there. Lava on the overworld anyway, lava travels for 4 blocks. So basically, if I have a 3-block gap and then a sign on the wall, don't you want it? If you're in here when the lava starts to come, you are dead. I can only save you for so long, i.e. until I finish messing about, and then you'll be toast. You'll be toast any minute because I'm just about to put some lava in there. So now, blob of lava there, blob of lava there. It'll come out just far enough and it'll be held up by the signs. And our friend there will cop it. You go, well, if you don't want to live, that's your bad luck, innit? There you go. Did warn him. You heard me. Right, so we've done that. Now we need to cover that back over again. And now, oh man, are you going to do the same? Get out of there. I'd rather not you. I'd rather you not died. Ah. Okay, I'll make another one. Oh, I haven't done that really, have I? Have I really done that? Oh, you ass. You ass. I made grey clay, not light grey clay. Is that really going to be a problem if I make it? Yeah, it is. It is going to be a problem. Damn. Why did nobody warn me? I can't turn this into light grey glass now, can I? Don't think so. Don't think I can. Great. That. Oh well. Got some grey clay now. Alright, grey clay. Look, clay. Glass. Right. Nearly there. Oh, look at this as well. We're all over the place. Look at that. Two full stacks of gunpowder. Excellent for a bit of dynamite. Alright, do I want... No, I don't. I didn't know whether I wanted that side to be glass as well, but I probably don't. That would be a little bit overkill, I think. Yeah. Oh, come on. You and your fat fingers. There. Yeah, I'm liking that better. Yeah, you can see. You can just see. Yeah, yeah, much better. I'll know when something starts to come down and we start cooking. Right, so that's one of the jobs for today. The big job for today, as I say, I need loads of ice. So I need to upgrade my ice farm. I don't even know how to get up there now. How do I get up there now? I'm gonna have to make myself a proper way to get up there, aren't I? Because at the moment this is just ridiculous. Nearly there. Right, here we go. So at the moment the ice farm is a skating rink. That's all it is, a skating rink. And obviously I break them, I take what I need, I leave a bit of ice, and then it starts again. But I saw an ice farm a while ago. I can't remember where I saw it, but basically it involved using pistons and detector rails and a minecart, and then there was source blocks of water sort of along one end, which formed into ice. A rail cart went underneath on activator rails, which forced a piston to push the ice this way, then upwards. And eventually what you're left with is an absolutely massive cube of ice. So instead of having, I don't know, what's this, 10 by 10? So instead of having 100 blocks of ice, I've got 1,000 blocks of ice, because it's 10 by 10 by, well, I think you can push solid blocks 13 blocks, can't you? So in effect I could have it 13 by 13 by 13. And now I've been lighting up all these mine shafts and everything. I've got loads of detector rails and powered rails and stuff, so that'll be my job for later today. I think that'll be my job for today. And I was also looking at whether or not wool would be burnt by lava, and at the moment it's not looking like wood is being burnt by lava either, so I'm not quite sure whether we've got fire turned on the server. I thought we had. Breaking my boots. So I'm going to grab myself loads of rail, loads of mine carts, a bit of redstone. Look at that, zombies and skellies and everything have been falling in there. It's just a trap. It's a mob trap. I'm going to grab myself loads of gear. I do a bit of building, and then I'll show you what I've done in a little while. And we're back on top of the ice mountain. So I've cleared out all of the old skating rink that we had up here, and I've dug down 3 or 4 levels actually. I've cleared out quite a lot of cobble to make the area that we need, and I've started to build it up a little bit around the sides. Otherwise it would have meant me digging down miles and miles. So anyway, the general idea, and also it's best to do this, if you're going to do this, it's best to do this laying the tracks east to west, this way or that way, east to west. If you lay them north to south, whoa, are you after me? I don't care, you're going. Don't want you up here, mate, soz. If you lay them north to south, they snap that way anyway, so it just makes it really difficult. It's not impossible, it's just difficult. So if you're going to do this, if you're going to be laying rails side by side, you're best doing it east to west. So anyway, I've run out of powered rails, so I've got to go down and get those. But basically, we're about 1/3 of the way there. So I've just got to lay some more rails, and then I've just got to build the water trough here, and then the pistons will go on top of this. Basically the pistons, and I don't know, I'm not going to be able to show you. No, they're not pointing up. Basically, the pistons go on there, facing upwards, and then every time a minecart goes underneath, that rail activates that piston, which pushes it up. Super. I'm off to get some more powered rails. I'll see you in a minute. Well, for you it'll be in a minute. For me, it's going to be about 3 hours. And we're back again. Just this is another quick update because I'm out of supplies again. But this will give you an idea, a very, very good idea. Actually, have I got enough iron? I've got enough iron. If I make a minecart, I should be able to, in theory, show you how this works. It won't go all the way around because I don't have enough. I don't have enough powered rail for it to go all the way around. But basically, which way is it going? Before I start messing about with it, it's got to come this way. It's got to come that way. It's got to go back. Right. It's got to go. So it starts from over here. Now, what you've got to imagine is use your imagination. Imagination. In here are going to be source blocks of water. So all of that is going to be filled with source blocks of water. Now, the water that's covered by the pistons will never freeze. The water that's not covered by the pistons, i.e. the water that's over the top of these pistons, will freeze. And then eventually the minecart's going to come round. It's going to go across the activator rails underneath this one, which will activate these pistons, which will push the ice up. Once they've gone through this set of rails, it should be this way, comes out of there, goes round there, goes up the top here, activates this set of pistons, which pushes the ice this way over these pistons. And then the next time the minecart comes around, these pistons push it up out of the way, so the ice that's just melted will then get pushed over, and eventually there'll be a column of 13 blocks of ice upwards, and as soon as it reaches 13, the pistons won't be able to push it any further. So then the next time this piston pushes a block of ice out, it'll push the block of ice that's there over to here, and it'll start again. So then we'll have another column of 13, and then it'll push it over 3, and then there'll be another column of 13. So hopefully you'll be able to see once I put this minecart down what's going to go and happen. So those activator rails get activated, obviously. That's why they're called activator rails. I wanted to go wider, but I couldn't go any wider using the powered rails I've got, because the 3 powered rails just about gets the minecart across the right number of activator rails. So there you go. It will now be pushing the ice upwards. Push the frozen ice up, and now it can't get up here because I've run out of powered rails. But then that would come up there, it would come across the top here, that would push them out. Fantastically simple in its design. Right, I'm off because I've run out of pistons, I've run out of gold, I've got to do some mining, I've got to do loads of stuff. Oh my god, it's taken me days. I'll see you in a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back again. This is a moment of truth, I guess. All the rails in, they're all powered from underneath using levers. I've put a wooden border around it because when you're up here mining the ice, you'll be using a pick, and if you've got a decent pick, you'll probably go straight through stone. So I thought I'd use a bit of wood to go around it. Anyway, let's put some water in. Brilliant. Now obviously they're all source blocks. Oh man, this better work. This better work. So they're all source blocks and it's working. Brilliant. So all I need to do now is lob a minecart on the tracks. I'm thinking of putting in a bit of a hopper timer somewhere, probably here. If I put a hopper timer in there, then the minecart will stop for a little while. allowing some of the ice to form, but I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. So let me lob that on the track. This is a moment of truth. In theory, there's no reason why it shouldn't work. In theory, there was no reason why all my villagers were going to die yesterday, but they did. Brilliant. Worked like a charm. Obviously, because the source blocks at the back will never freeze, as soon as that block comes out the way, they all become source blocks again. So this is working exactly as it should do. The only thing I'm worried about are mobs spawning on the rails, and I can't really light it up because obviously torches and ice don't mix. And yeah, that might cause me a problem if a mob comes along and stops the car. Oh man, it's only working. If a mob comes along and stops the car, then it just grinds to a halt, but there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know whether spiders will actually spawn on rails. I don't know whether mobs will spawn on rails. But as I say, I can't put torches down because the minute I put a torch down, the ice is going to start melting. Anyway. Anyway, that's enough from me today. I think we've done a fair bit. Well, I've done a fair bit. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and you've enjoyed watching me knock this ice farm up. And now we can start getting some serious amounts of ice and getting ourselves into the nether. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I'm too busy watching it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, everybody. It's been great having you along as usual. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you really loved it, please subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.